Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Just going to look back. These are snow totals for the last 48 hours, so they include everything that fell during the day yesterday. And some of the snow that fell yesterday probably melted on the way down. But in terms of some of the total amounts here, you can see this large patch in upstate New York north of I-90 in the Adirondacks that got anywhere from a foot or more in this rather large area north of 90 and east of I-87, and also a concentration of 8 to 12 inches or more in the Catskills and westward into south central New York State, and in a few patches up into northeastern Pennsylvania. So that pretty much tells the story behind that particular storm. And now, of course, we're done with that, except for the fact that we're still waiting for it to pull out completely so that the winds could die off. They were a problem overnight and this morning. Meanwhile, just on the subject of snow, just want to show you out in the west, we're seeing this is the probability of at least 4, and much of the action concentrated in the northern Rockies. And as we look into the next time frame period, which is for Saturday into Sunday, it looks like North Dakota, western North Dakota, and eastern Montana could be in for more significant snow. This is the probability of at least 3, and in the light blue, we have WPC indicating a 70 to 90% chance of at least 3. So I don't think this is going to be like the blizzard they had last week, but it is still going to put down some significant snowfall here in parts of the northern and northwestern plains. Now, rainfall over the next 7 days. In the east, it's going to be light. Most rainfall amounts are generally a quarter of an inch or less, and in many cases, even a tenth of an inch or less. The rainfall is going to be concentrated in the southern plains to the middle Mississippi Valley, where we could see 2 to 3 inches of rain accumulate there, and also some big precip amounts of an inch and a half or more. And of course, some of this is going to be snow up in the northern plains and in the upper Midwest and along the coast of the Pacific Northwest. Here's what it looks like on the satellite loop. And we've got some sun today. You can see the clouds are thinning out now as that big storm. It's off screen in the upper right. You can see the southern edge of that pulling away from northern parts of Newfoundland and into Labrador and continuing on its move to the northeast. And here comes the next system today, moving into the plain states, and with that, we've got some severe weather issues. Slight risk in Oklahoma and a small portion of southeastern Kansas, marginal risk into the middle Mississippi Valley. And as we take a look at the next couple of days, Thursday into Friday, Kansas in the thick of it with a slight risk and a 5% tornado risk chance being indicated for that particular area, and a 15% chance for strong winds of 50 miles an hour or more. On Friday into Saturday, we have a slight risk extending from northwest Texas northward into western Oklahoma, into Kansas, Nebraska, and southern parts of South Dakota. Now, that's ahead of the storm system that is going to be bringing that snow up into the Dakotas. And as we look at the long range, we're seeing in the middle to upper Mississippi Valley on day 4 that SPC in the long range showing some risk there as well. So as far as our weather is concerned here, we're getting rid of this storm system. The gradient is going to gradually relax. It's still going to be on the breezy side through this afternoon, and then we're going to see that the pressure gradient relax a bit as we go into the late afternoon and evening hours. Tomorrow, we've temperatures today, by the way, 50s to around 60 degrees, so a bit of a bounce from yesterday where a lot of spots had a tough time getting out of the 40s. We've got a cold front coming through for tomorrow. Doesn't really look like it's going to be doing very much here. Let me just roll this back. Sorry. Got it. There we go. Now we got it. So there's the gradient relaxing as we go through the day. Here comes the cold front for tomorrow, which basically falls apart. So the showers that are with that move across the Great Lakes pass by to the north. So I think we probably should see temperatures at least try to get into the 60s regardless, with sunshine and clouds. I'll throw in the chance that there could be just an isolated late day shower Friday should be a decent day with sunshine, temperatures in the 60s to around 70. And I think as we go into Saturday, we do have this next storm. You see it there coming out of Utah and Colorado, that very deep 982 low that moves up into South Dakota and then into North Dakota. You see all the snow there. That low is lifting well to our west, so I don't think we'll get anything from that. Saturday should be okay with clouds and some sunshine and temperatures probably into the 60s. Sunday looking okay as well. Not picture perfect, but okay. With readings up into the 60s. But lots on Sunday is going to depend on where you're located as far as the wind direction is concerned. Then we have the next important cold front coming in on Tuesday with some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm or two, especially as you head down into the middle and South Atlantic states. Then that goes out, and then we've got a cold high coming in next Wednesday into the end of next week. Looks like the second half of next week is going to definitely be on the chilly side. So at least we don't have any big storms to deal with here in the eastern part of the United States. Most of the time it's going to be dry for the next 7 days or so with just these minor interruptions that we mentioned, and that should be it as far as any kind of nasty weather is concerned. And as far as going even further along, I'm just going to take a quick look here. Not seeing too much showing up on the models, but we still don't see any sustained warmth coming into the picture as we begin to move into the first days of the month of May. Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, so we'll see you then.